Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for January 17th. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair surged to the downside, broke through previous support, pulled back and closed higher. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 77.13, possibly as low as 76.29. Look for some resistance around 77.05 and look for some support around 76.50. Now the EURUSD pair, this pair surged to the upside, closed higher, pulling back into this previous range. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 128.82, possibly as low as 125.58. Look for some resistance around 128.15, and look for some support around 126.15. Now the pound US dollar pair, it moved higher, pulled back significantly prior to the close, still closed higher, moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 154.69, possibly as low as 152.08. Look for some resistance around 154.05 and look for some support around 152.31. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed to the downside, is moving sideways overall. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9644, possibly down to 0.9390. Look for some resistance around 0.9575 and look for some support around 0.9440. Okay, now as far as news announcements go, we have a news announcement at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The pound's releasing their jobless claims change for December. They're showing an increase from 3.0K to 7.0K. Then a little bit later in the day at 4:45 p.m. Eastern, we have the New Zealand Consumer Price Index being released for the fourth quarter. They're showing a fairly significant drop from 4.6% down to 2.6%. Then at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we have the Australian employment change for December. They're showing an increase from negative 6.3K to 10K. They also are releasing their unemployment rate for December. They're showing a hold at 5.3%. Okay, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, if you take a look, excuse me, if you take a look at the US-Japanese yen pair, you can see that we've pulled back. There's a very large, whenever we get a break of a pivot point, this is a fairly significant pivot point, and we close higher, as we did here, there is a very sizable chance that we can place a stop loss below our low and look for it to move higher the same distance during the next session. Basically what that would look like, we'd put a stop loss at about 28 pips and then look for it to move 28 pips higher, which would be right about here. So that's right in the same area of resistance that we had in this area, as well as fairly close to this one as well. And it would swing up. I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.